at least a bite. Can't promise that I'll catch one, but I think this like old wooden dock in the water might have a fish hiding under it, but I think right there where that chunk rock starts again, that whole area might have something. Thought that felt funny. Oh, bro, that was a big hit again. You're not getting it. Could have been a little one, but that's what I said, right? I'd get one at this transition. Bite. Shame that I could be catching a lot of fish on a big bait and I'm missing some of them, but they might just be kind of small. Even fish that are like too small to eat something like this will still hit it like they believe they can. Hey, smooth, pretty good. Welcome in. We're getting bites on big baits today. I caught a 19.5-inch smallmouth on this. Had some, if I can get my camera, had some swipes on it in addition, but it's a 6-inch Z-Man diesel minnows. Just on a jig head. Caught a couple other smaller ones on smaller swim baits, and got one on a, no, it was all swim baits. And I've hit some dirtier water here where I might want to try something different. I'm going to try a mag draft for sure, but since I'm getting a little bit of action on this, I'm trying to see if I can manage to catch a few more. It's like not. It's like not on there right. Thanks for the follow, Smooth. Thanks for being here. And then I also had this wrapped around a tree, and as I was like going over to get it unsnagged, a fish like latched onto it and was like thrashing around, and I was like, please get it off the tree because then I can probably hook set. But then it gave up before it did that. We don't have any perch here in this lake. There's a place about 30 miles or so that I have to go to if I want to catch perch. In fact, I don't think we have any native perch in Kentucky. That's where I am. As far as I know, everywhere we have them, they're stocked. Looks like the water clears up again right up here, so that'll put me in position to cross. Yeah, especially with gas the way it is, it's hard for me to justify fishing anywhere but my home lake. Fun information here. I don't know how well you can see this, but that color line where that muddiness ends, fish use that as like cover to ambush from. Got a little bit of a lull, but these fish like the clearer water, so even though I like to fish muddy spots just to make sure that I'm not missing anything, they might actually be staying out of it. Because there's some other places that were kind of stirred up like this, and I didn't get any bites in those areas either. On anything, not just the big paddle tail. So I caught some on a little swim bait, and I caught one on this. Got like a 16-inch largemouth on BFS. That's fun. There was a walleye fighting with it, trying to like take the bait from it. I've seen other bass do that a lot, but I've never seen a walleye just like come out of nowhere to be like, hey, give me that. Because it wasn't there when the fish struck, it came out like later when I had it close to the boat. To be clear, the water there was so clear that I could tell that it wasn't there. I saw the fish strike. Fish this old dock, and then that will mark where I'm gonna cross. There is a spot a little bit further down that I kind of want to try, but I don't know. It's like I have 4 hours roughly. I wanted to try to get home earlier, but when you're biting a big bait, you suddenly want to stay out as long as you can. It's a 6'8". It's a 6'8" big bait rod. It's not for huge baits, but up to 3 ounces. It's hard to find rods that have that kind of a spec. But what I like about it is that I can fish like an oversized jerkbait on it and work the jerkbait and not be like slapping the water with it all the time. In addition to throwing like big paddle tails, and it's designed, I think, for glide baits, but it's stiff enough that it works with like jig hook baits too. I haven't had trouble getting this 7/0 hook to grab them. The Major Craft Ben K Big Bait Custom is what they call it. It's not a custom rod. It's just customized for fishing glide baits. That's a sketchy looking little campsite somebody set up there on the bank. Kind of looks like the one place I found that I was positive was like a meth cooking station. Yeah, like they built a little platform to drape a tarp over, and there's like a plastic bin and some glass stuff. Definitely looks sketchy. All right, see ya. Thanks again for being here. Appreciate the follow. I'm working on trying to take my stream a little more seriously. I was pretty like blasé about it for a lot of last year, but it was because of stuff that I have help for now. See you later. I guess who uses this? There's like fishing rods on it that don't look like they've been here for an eternity. Alright, let's make the move. I'm gonna have a little snack while I cross because I am hungry. Give you the full review while I eat and pedal. So kind of see where I'm going. Basically that point, I'm going to be kind of a little bit off to the left of where the nose of the kayak is facing. Because I'm going to start on that chunk rock and then work around to the point, and then I'm going to cross and go back to the other side as I work my way back to the ramp.